1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And from the dark comes the light. Alright, so last time we left off, we talked to our main man Bach. I actually fucked up his name. But we talked to the boy. He got bullied, trying to get some payback for us because we, saved him from being in the tree. So we're gonna teach his friends here and teach his old buddies that it's not. Hey, y'all not about to jump jutsu. I told you they're gonna try and jump jutsu me, but we're not playing jump jutsu. We don't play jump jutsu games. Listen, y'all must have thought that this was Toto and Itadori. You are not him. This ain't even Nanami and Itadori. Step your game up. Okay. All that shrieking about. Do I want my wolves or I actually do it? Oh, you sneaky. You should have just went on about your business, boy. Should have just went on about your business. We're gonna get it back. Alright, we're about to go in here with the Kakashi timing. We on our White Fang timing. Also, if we're lucky, we will only pull one at a time. I honestly don't care. As long as I can just focus on him. Roll out. I just don't want the second one to pop up. As long as the second one doesn't pop up, no problem. And see, this is why you just upgrade. And I'm certain when Elden Ring first came out, there were a bunch of people stressing bosses like this. We shouldn't be stressing bosses until much later on in the game. Ridiculous. Nah. I told you. I'm sliding on y'all for my man Bot. Hey, leave me alone. Y'all gonna stop all that. Stop that jump jutsu shit. I'm on your bumper. That's how it be. That's how we get it done in the slums of the land between. And now y'all gonna ball up like a bitch. Certified bitch material. Alright. Now, I said all that good shit about we sliding for Bach, and we are not about to go talk to Bach. We got other things to do. Actually, we're going to open up a site for Dragon Communion, although we also won't be using that because we Sadiddy. We don't need that. We got a better communion church. We're going to Kalit for that. We're going to Rotland because we want rot breath. But before we get rot breath, we got to first kill a flying lizard. And that flying lizard is called a gill. But before we kill a gill, actually we could kill a gill right now. I've put a couple of upgrades into my catalyst, or what is these things called? It won't even tell me. I actually have to seal. Yeah, I've put some points into my sacred seal, so we actually should be able to just take out a gill if I wanted to. But the gill is not the first order of business today. Taking out the demi-humans. I think the next order of business actually is going to kill more demi-humans. We're gonna go over here actually. Yeah, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna kill more demi-humans. We're gonna kill the demi-human queen. I've also opened that tunnel, so that's fine actually. We're gonna level up first. We're gonna always level up because yeah, vigor is good. If it's one thing that these games of Elden Ring has taught me, I ain't learned that lesson till Elden Ring if we're gonna be honest, but vigor is good. 20 vigor will be first, then extra stats depending on what weapons and stuff we're gonna be using, and then action endurance might win out because I do know early on the base level endurance stat is not enough. If you're going to be rocking heavier weapons and shields and heavier armor, you're going to need to put a couple points into that endurance stat. So that's just kind of how it's gonna have to be. But like I was saying in the first video, hopefully you guys came back around for that. This one. Oh, I'm tweaking. I'm going about this wrong. I'm just because I'm stronger. I'm not. Actually, I've got some points in the health. She probably can't one tap. But yeah, because I'm stronger, I'm sitting here thinking I can just bully her. Although, again, Sacred Seal's not fully upgraded, but largely upgraded. Not largely upgraded either. I should just say upgraded. It's. Oh yeah, you're gonna. I want to know if it was gonna be the pellet or if it was gonna be shotgun. Thanks for hitting your own men. Alright, see, like with the carrier knight armor, couple of points in the health, these guys no threat. What happens when the big bad dies? They ball up like some cowards. It's just hilarious. But yeah, like I was saying, welcome back. These might be a little bit short, but in time we will get a more consistent set with that one. That being said, we're trying to get back into the rhythm of things. Since this isn't how I originally wanted to do Elden Ring, we are going a little bit more of our efficiency type deal. We've got this. Yeah. Cause that's just the. You know what? Do I know? Yeah, you know what? Why did I get off the horse? I shouldn't have got off the horse. All of that was stupid. We're gonna teleport over here though, so I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna get the frenzy flame just because we're over here. But yeah, like I was saying, we're trying to get back into the rhythm of recording and all of that. We have a lot of things planned out and ideas and things we want to do because we're at a point, recently or not recently, a couple of months ago by now, I dabbled with some streaming. We did some shorts and mixed reception on that. And I learned some things from talking to a buddy of mine. And part of that is, well, YouTube is both smart and stupid in the sense that, see, YouTube struggles to understand, when you're doing too many things. I noticed a lot of people have like 2 and 3 channels, and that always messed me up. You just want to have one, and you're happy to have the one, but then you realize it actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because they're doing some some different stuff, and to not have YouTube's algorithm do a bunch of conflicting, what type of channels is this? What type of content do they make? Well, this is this and that is that, and these two things don't mix, all of that good stuff. I've decided that what we're going to do is we're just going to make several more channels, because we have a couple of different, game plans, a couple of different ideas in mind, and because of that, I'm kind of, we'll go over here and do this this catacomb, but I'm kind of the mindset where it's like, what, it might just really be efficient, because some of it is I screwed up. Some of it is a bit different though. Like, if we're being fair, I'm having some anime content on the brain, I have game content on the mind, more story driven stuff, more like creative, independent type content, all types of things, and having them all on one channel, I don't know if YouTube is gonna like that. Not that the content itself would be a problem. It's just, again, some of it is vastly different. So I think that's what we're going to do, and with the goal of that in mind, we're trying to get a little bit of a surplus. What we want to try and do is get a couple of videos per channel up, and record it, upload it, and then schedule it to release, so that once one goes live, they either all go live at the same time, or what will actually end up happening, just because of how the scheduling will work. It'll make it look like they're going live, not simultaneously, but consecutively across several days. So there's basically going to always be content coming, because the goal is, to really be able to lock in. When I was younger doing this stuff, and you will be able to tell the difference. Like I think you'll be able to tell the difference from the younger content versus the 8-year pause, the 8-year gap in content. Am I tweaking? There should be a... Hold on. Okay, so I did go over there and like that. That's good. There should have been an imp here. Am I tweaking? I'm just gonna ignore that and move on. Anyway, that actually, like, I'm thoroughly kind of messed up by the imp not being there. And I need to heal. Yeah, that imp not being there has really, like, discombobulated me. Like, I am now out of any type of rhythm, any type of anything. But yeah, like I said, there's a bit of a difference, I think, and hopefully there'll be some improvements, and it's not going to be like, yeah, this is just the exact same trash. Not to say that it was trash. It's just, a lot younger, different mindset, different, willingness to do different things, and we've gotten older. We've changed, we've diversified, and we've branched out. So when I was younger and doing that, one of the things that I was kind of, feeling bad about was the idea of ever making any type of money from YouTube, and unfortunately never did. Now, when I was younger, all I really wanted was to be like, if I could make a channel where, like, okay, I want to record Elden Ring, for example, and my channel makes enough money to where I can go and buy Elden Ring, then that was enough money for me. Unfortunately, never got there, but part of that was my fault. I did not completely dive into it the way it should have been. Things I should have reached out to other people. I kind of wanted to do it alone because I was just a loner type person. I'm still a loner type person. Actually, part of the reason why I'm even able to record this is because I'm just a loner type individual. Not even completely by choice. But, when you do something for long enough, it just ends up kind of becoming second nature. But, like I was saying, a lot of different content. We want to keep constant stuff coming out across the different channels, so that, if one thing doesn't appeal to you, there's another one. And now I'm much more willing to, be... Well, I was always open, per se, about, if I ever did make money, I'm not just gonna, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. That is always something that would be nice to do. But now, for real, it's something we're trying to do. Because at first, I used to feel bad. I used to think, you got people out here working non-stop. Like, my dad was a truck driver. People 8, 10, 12-hour shifts at work. And you got people who are really making a living off of YouTube. And for me, I didn't have anything wrong with that, because, I wanted to make money from YouTube too. But I also felt like, at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, do you deserve to be one of those people? Do you deserve to be someone who is sitting at home making money by playing the game and watching stuff and reacting? And then you start to think about it, and it's like, you know what? Yes, I do. Because the entire reason why people are doing that is personality's sake. At least with all the people that I work with, and now, mind you, this varies from job to job and over the years, but people act like I have a interesting personality. Whilst they can tell me that, I've never been able to really benefit from it because this interesting personality did not become a big YouTube person or writer or actor or anything of that nature. I'm gonna get hit again. Oh, this is not good. I know I should be able to kill you without much issue. Yeah, I'm gonna bolt you down, boy. Bolt him down. But yeah, like I was saying, I just wasn't there. But now, we locking in. We putting a game face on. You know, we about to game on, get your game on the GX style. You know, we about to really try and lock in. Partially because of the fact that I'm just at a point where I feel there are plenty of people who are doing that, and they're not holding themselves back because they feel like, why should I be able to, you know, make money watching YouTube? No, they're out there doing it, and they deserve to make the bread that they're making because they're out there doing it. They're not feeling bad about it. And for me, it's just kind of time to be on a similar type of timing. You know, I'm told that I should do it. I want to do it. You know, I want to do more than just YouTube too. There are books I want to write, games I would like to have developed, all types of creative things that I never get to do because I've either been working, trying to get other things dealt with, trying to be serious adult, because, you know, living your dream and being a YouTuber, that's not being an adult. Even though there are plenty of YouTubers who pay their bills off of YouTube every month, you know, it was kind of how I was raised, you know. I would talk about, you know, stuff like this and my siblings, and not necessarily my dad. My dad wasn't as critical of it, but my siblings definitely were. Particularly the second oldest. And so it's like, I always kind of felt like, you're not that guy. You can't do it. But you always want to be that guy. And so I'm here to tell you, anyone can be that guy. We can all do it, because at this point, literally everyone is doing it. Like, every day I am surprised at the different amounts of channels that I'm seeing, and they're covering very similar stuff. Like, they're anime reaction channels, or hood anime channels, or, you know, parody channels. It's just so many of them. Ooh, if I didn't have any health, I'd have died from that. But yeah, like I said, it's just those types of things. So we about to really try and lock in. Nice try. You're almost dead though, bro. You're almost dead. I need you to stop flailing around. Stop throwing the little tree staff. Listen, that light bull crap is even worse. Stop that, because that just makes me have to sit on the horse. See, I'd fight you straight up. I have footage of fighting this thing straight up too. Alright, now you call the goons. This motherfucker called the... Oh no. I got stuck on the tree. This is why I got stuck on the tree. See, like, all of the bosses in the early part of this game, if we're being 100% honest, there is no reason for me to... Like, there is no reason. There's no reason for me to actually die to any early game boss. Like, Morgott... No, I don't think I've died to Morgott since I actually figured out you should just come back to Morgott later. Godric I've died to only because I have... Yeah, literally, the only times I die genuinely is because I pushed much more aggressively than I should. And Leon and Misbegotten from Castle Morn. He is a little nippy of an asshole. Erdtree Sentinel guy, once I level up, not really a problem. Godric, not really a problem. Like I said, Morgat, I just kill him first try every time. But also, I just wait until it's smart to, fight him. Most of the catacomb bosses can't do it. This guy is usually one of the only ones because of this bullshit. That's the reason why. Him and a Gil are usually the only ones that can actually cause significant damage. And because of that, I can get tacked out a little bit earlier. Also, Bloodhound Darwell. Darwell also can, he can sneak in some hits because that Bloodhound step. The Bloodhound, you can finesse. And it also has bleed. If this guy is dead, you're gone. I'll be sending more of your friends to join you later. But yeah, like I said, plenty of stuff planned. I'm going to have one channel kind of set specifically for soul stuff because there's just so many. Like, and eventually I feel like people are going to get bored because it is the same game. But I do have a bunch of Elden Ring playthroughs, multiplayer stuff, Dark Souls 1 through 3, Bloodborne, all the Souls games. It's pretty much going to end up being a Souls channel. You know what? We may as well. No, because we're not going to go to the catacomb here. You know what? Let's go selling. Let's unlock selling, and that'll probably be a decent area to end off at. But like I said, there'll be a channel for basically all Souls stuff. Now this one's a little bit different because the general gaming channel, I also wanted to do a more casual let's play. The other ones, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to deal with those just yet, but I do think I have something a little bit more themed than just what I'm doing now, just a normal let's play. Whereas this one, like I said, is just kind of normal. This is what would be my normal, content that I've been doing over the years, but with a more modern and unique twist on it. But anywho, like I was saying, we're going to have that type of stuff separate, but our normal content, our normal let's plays will still keep on the main channel or the original channel. Not to say main because they're all equal, but the original channel. Then there's, like I said, the Souls channel. Then we'll have one for anime stuff if we get to that. Then I want to do my own kind of like hood abridged type deal. There have been a massive swing of those with, A, just abridged content, and B, hood abridged content. But I don't really want to just like snag over their market because, they do the anime deal. I think I'm going to do video games. I think that'll be kind of my dabbing in it because I want to do something similar, but I don't want to be just like everyone does JJK, everyone does AOT, everyone does Naruto, DBZ. Like, I don't want to just like yoink the same stuff that everybody else is yoinking, but at the same time I do want to do something similar to them. So, not saying like these people are out here basically all doing the same thing, because you'll find if you're doing anything with art, eventually there's gonna be some run over. There's gonna always be some similarities. It's just how it works. So I'm not saying they're all lazy just copying each other, but I don't want to just add on to a bunch of similar stuff. Anywho, like I said, quickly taking out our Mad Pumpkinhead over here, and now we can get to our main girl Selene. I'm saying that, but actually the main magic dealer is the turtle. It's actually the turtle. But everybody loves Selene because everyone is some weird people who just like feet. Is with you people. They like feet so much. First off, she has a stone mask on. She got a Burger Queen mask on. Second, she's barefoot. So What are those on them bunion, them fucking Cellian bunions right there? Everybody wants some of them fucking calloused ass. She's on a concrete floor with fucking crystals literally there are crystals between her feet. And you telling me y'all all want that? Please, mommy selling, rub my face with your feet. Weird ass people. Anyway, I understand though. I understand. Everybody has their kinks. I'm still gonna cook you for it. Just how it's gonna be. But anyway, like I said, we have gotten Selim. We've beaten the Mad Pumpkin. Not sure where we're going to go to next. We might do some more catacombs. We'll probably just end up just these two. Maybe not even this one, because I don't think I'll have enough with the Burger Queen. Well, actually, no. Mine is the Burger King. I don't know if I'll have enough with the Burger King mask on. What does that put my stats at? 12 intelligence? So yeah, I actually can. So I will be back to buy some basic spells from her later on. But for now, we are definitely going to be staying a little bit more dripped out. But where are we going to go next? We can go here to deal with that. We also can meet up with Nereus and get the Reduvia over here, which will power trip us to get to a Gil, which would actually be helpful. But I think what I'm going to actually end up doing, I think I'm going to, because we've done this one, we've done this one over here. I think we'll do the catacombs here, then Nereus afterwards, and then this catacomb, or hit the 2 catacombs, then Nereus is last. I think that's what we're going to do